5 things crazy a narcissist does when they're alone. When left to their own devices, what occupies the minds of narcissists? How do they occupy their time and fulfill their desires? Let's delve into this intriguing topic. Welcome, everyone, to today's episode where we explore 5 activities narcissists engage in when they find themselves alone. If you're new here and intrigued by this discussion, consider subscribing to our channel to delve deeper into understanding narcissistic behavior and its impact on relationships. First on our list, immersing themselves in the vast expanse of social media in search of validation. Once they realize they're free from prying eyes, narcissists experience a surge of excitement. The boundless options available exhilarate them, offering a playground for their manipulative tactics. They may slide into direct messages, employing flirtatious or love-bombing techniques. Alternatively, they might engage in photo exchanges of a suggestive nature or leave provocative comments on strangers' posts across various platforms like Instagram or YouTube. Any interaction, regardless of its nature, fuels their ego and provides a rush of adrenaline. If not seeking sexual gratification, they may instigate conflicts with others simply for the thrill it provides. For a narcissist, the sky's the limit when navigating social media solo. Unencumbered by your presence, they may indulge in encounters with unfamiliar individuals, seek out escorts, or engage in morally dubious activities they'd never entertain in your presence, all in a bid to safeguard their carefully crafted image. They strive to maintain the facade of religiosity, loyalty, and greatness. But once you're out of the picture, their facade crumbles. The facade of fake love dissipates, and they disregard societal norms and boundaries they once purported to uphold. Next, they embark on a disturbing venture, rummaging through your belongings. This reprehensible behavior knows no bounds. They violate your privacy by delving into your most personal possessions, such as private journals, a blatant breach of trust. Their motive: to glean every ounce of information about you, your thoughts, emotions, and vulnerabilities, to exploit it against you. If they're particularly malicious, they may pilfer your valuables, whether it's money, jewelry, or cosmetics, especially if you're a woman. In the case of a relationship with a male narcissist, they might vandalize your clothing, tearing it apart or defacing it. Upon your return to the chaos they've wrought, they gaslight you, denying any wrongdoing and invalidating your experiences. You're imagining things, they'll insist, further exacerbating your distress. They aim not only to steal, but also to instill fear and vulnerability, creating an environment where they can easily exert control and perpetrate further abuse. Their invasion extends to your digital domain as well, scouring through your computers, phones, diaries, and text messages, leaving you feeling violated and unsettled. Yet, voicing your suspicions proves futile, as they expertly deny any wrongdoing, gaslighting you into questioning your own sanity. I experienced a similar ordeal when my narcissistic neighbor stole my money. Despite having ample evidence, my claims were dismissed, and I was branded as delusional. Next, they engage in a despicable act, maligning your reputation to your family and friends. With deceit as their weapon, they weave a web of lies about you, seizing the opportunity to sow discord and manipulate others. They revel in the art of deception, deriving a perverse satisfaction from duping their unsuspecting targets. Their penchant for falsehoods knows no bounds, as they shamelessly fabricate stories to tarnish your image in the eyes of those you hold dear. They thrive on the allure of power, using manipulation as a tool to recruit allies and bolster their influence. Spreading malicious rumors becomes their modus operandi, a means to exact revenge for perceived slights and assert dominance over your social circle. But what drives them to such reprehensible behavior? Envy festers within them like a poison, fueled by resentment towards your achievements and relationships. They begrudge you the successes and connections that elude their grasp, venting their frustrations by sabotaging your reputation. Rather than introspection or self-improvement, they squander their time and energy on destructive endeavors, content to sow chaos in the lives of others. It's a tragic existence, devoid of meaning, authenticity, or purpose, as they forsake personal growth in favor of inflicting harm upon others. Number 4, they embark on a quest to reclaim their former sources of validation, such as ex-partners who may still be ensnared in their web of manipulation, especially if they fail to secure new targets or find the effort too taxing. They reach out through texts and calls, spinning webs of deception to ensnare their prey once more. For a male narcissist, this often involves seeking solace in the arms of his mother, his steadfast ally, and perhaps, in his twisted reality, his true partner. It's a disturbing dynamic, yet characteristic of the male narcissistic archetype. His mother dotes on him endlessly, indulging his every whim and nurturing him like a petulant child trapped in an adult's body. They stoop to such depths to feed their insatiable appetite for adoration and validation. They have no qualms about exploiting unsuspecting companions for their own gain, showering them with attention and praise to extract the emotional sustenance they crave. Their existence is a facade, a hollow shell built on superficiality and deceit, particularly if they embody the persona of a covert, vulnerable narcissist. Consider this. They cannot bear their own company for even a moment, compelled to seek solace in the arms of anyone willing to provide it. It's a tragic cycle, a relentless pursuit of validation and affirmation that only serves to perpetuate their own misery. If this isn't a curse or a twisted fate, then what else could it be? The 5th is the most obvious. They drink dangerous drinks, use prohibited things. They nurture their fantasies, but closeness with them remains an elusive concept, as their perception of physical intimacy is often distorted or entirely fabricated. Their narcissistic persona thrives on these illusions, shielding them from the harsh realities of life and tethering them to a realm of delusion. In real-life interactions, they shy away from authenticity, fearing exposure and vulnerability. Instead, they seek refuge in virtual realms, where they can indulge in fantasies without facing their own insecurities. Alone, they are forced to confront their inner demons, their shame, fear, and fractured sense of self. Yet, they recoil from this introspection, fleeing from the discomfort it brings. Their self-loathing festers in the shadows, driving them to lash out at others in a desperate attempt to deflect from their own inner turmoil. Despite their outward facade of self-assurance, they harbour deep-seated self-hatred, a product of their lifelong charade of pretense. Left to their own devices, narcissists struggle to grapple with their inner turmoil, finding solace only in distractions and escapism. The veneer of their false identity begins to crack, revealing the fragile, broken self beneath. As the curtains fall on today's narrative, we bid adieu. Until we meet again, may the journey of healing continue unabated.